everyone. Today I will be discussing the language planning and policy, and commonly known as LPP. So, language plays a important role in our daily lives, right? And it also allow us to communicate, to learn, and also to connect with one another. However, in multilingual countries where many languages are spoken, it is important to have a clear policies and plans to ensure that the language are used effectively in education, government, and also in our society. So now in this presentation, we will first understand what language planning it is and the main purpose and also why it is important. And we will also explore the three dimensions of language planning, well, which are the purpose planning, the status planning, and lastly is the acquisition planning. And we will learn how how each one contributes to the development and the use of languages. And finally, we will discuss how language planning and policy shapes languages use in government, education, and also in our society. And also using the Philippines as one of the example. So, without further ado, let's begin to, by understanding of meaning of language planning and policy. So, according to Recinto 2000, language planning and policy refers to deliberate efforts of government, educational institutions, and the communities to influence how the language are used, developed, and taught within the society. While language policy establishes the goals, the rules, and the decision making regarding to language use. Now, while language planning is it involves implementing these policies through practical programs and actions. So, in simple terms, the primary goals of LPP is to promote effective communication, preserve linguistic diversity, strengthen national identity, and especially to ensure that it has equitable access to education and public services. So, as society increasingly multilingual, language planning plays a crucial role in addressing language related challenges and meeting the communication needs of diverse population. So now, according to Copper 1989 and Kaplan and Baldoff 1987, language planning is commonly divided into three dimensions, and these are the purpose planning, status planning, and lastly is the acquisition planning. Now, when we say purpose planning, is the internal development of language by standardizing the grammar, the vocabulary, the writing systems, by making the language more suitable for education, government, and also in our modern communication. Now, when we say status planning, it determines the functions and social standing of languages by deciding which language receive official recognition and where are they used. Now, such as in government, schools, courts, and also in media. And when we say acquisition planning, it aims to increase the number of language users by promoting language learning through curriculum development, teacher planning, educational materials, and bilingual or multilingual programs. Language planning and policy significantly shapes language use in government by determining the language use official in documentations, legislations, courts, and also the public administrations. And these decisions help ensure that the effective communication between the government and its citizens while also reflecting national identity and political priorities. So in multilingual countries, language policies can also promote equal access to public services by recognizing multiple languages and protecting the linguistic rights of minority groups, according to Jacinto 2000. So now, according to Zeng and Le 2023, in education and society, LPP influences the language of instruction, curriculum design, and language teaching practices, helping improve students' learning while promoting multilingualism and cultural inclusion. And also, it supports the preservation of indigenous and minority languages. It strengthens cultural identity and encourages social participation among diverse communities. So in the Philippines, for example, language planning has influenced educational policies such as multilingual education, demonstrating how LPP contributes to both national development and the preservation of the community's rich linguistic heritage. So, to summarize language planning in policies, it helps guides how language are used, developed, and taught within the society. So, and also through these three dimensions, which are the purpose planning, status planning, and the acquisition planning, it supports effective communication, improve educations, preserve cultural and linguistic diversity, and also it is strengthen the national identity. So, as you have learned, these policies play an important role in shaping language use not only in the government, in school, but also in our everyday lives. So, before I end this video, I would like to say thank you for your time, especially to you, Ma'am Bell, and thank you for listening and your attention. So I hope this presentations has helped you again a better understanding of the importance of language planning and policies. Have a great day. Bye.